The market has changed, and it did for you, me, and everyone offering digital services. Do you want to position yourself in the new context? You need new skills. Welcome back to Gigconomy Garage. Today we're getting into the high-income skills that are actually worth your time right now. Not skills that were hot 3 years ago. Not skills that AI has already swallowed whole. But the ones that can genuinely build you a sustainable freelance income in the current landscape. The freelancers breaking out in 2026 are not necessarily the most talented ones in the room. They're the ones who figure out which skills make real money and why. Let's start with the foundation, because without this, none of the specific skills matters. The biggest mistake freelancers make is thinking about skills as job titles. You're not a graphic designer. You're not a social media manager. You're not a copywriter. Those are labels. What you actually are is someone who solves a specific kind of problem for a specific kind of person. And here's the shift that changes everything. The size of your paycheck directly reflects the size of the problem you're solving. A business owner losing sleep at 2 in the morning because their ad spend is through the roof and their conversion rate is in the basement, that is a massive problem. They will pay someone serious money to fix it. A side hustle owner who kind of wants prettier Instagram feed, that is a nice to have problem. Not the same urgency, not the same budget. So before we go through the actual skills, run every opportunity through this filter. How much is this problem costing them in time, money, or energy? How badly do they want it gone? How rare is it to find someone who can actually fix it? That filter tells you more about your income ceiling than any skill list ever will. Now let's get into the skills. First up, and this one is massive right now, is strategic content creation. Not just making content. Anyone can make content. What businesses are desperately paying for is someone who understands the full picture. How does this piece of content move someone from stranger to buyer? What is the platform doing algorithmically this month? How does the brand voice hold together across formats? These freelancers charging premium rates in this space are not just showing up and posting 3 times a week. They're building traffic engines. They understand audience psychology. They know what hooks attention and what keeps it. They are studying what is actually working on each platform and adapting in real time. That is the difference between a task doer and a problem solver. And the market pays those two people very differently. Second skill, paid media and funnel strategy. Ad management on its own is crowded, but ads management paired with an honest understanding of conversion funnels, offer positioning, and ROI-focused reporting, that combination is still underserved. Business owners do not want to pay someone to run ads that get clicks but not customers. They want someone who can look at the entire journey from the ad to the landing page to the checkout and identify exactly where it is breaking down. If you can do that, if you can speak in terms of return on ad spend and actually show your impact, you become one of the most valuable people in their ecosystem. Third, and this one is growing fast, data pipeline and workflow engineering. Here's something worth understanding. The artificial intelligence tools everyone is excited about are only as useful as the data feeding them. Companies have data everywhere. They have it scattered across platforms, trapped in spreadsheets, disorganized, and basically useless. Someone who can build the pipelines that clean, structure, and move that data reliably is solving a genuinely painful problem. This skill requires some technical depth, but the demand is enormous and the competition at the high end is surprisingly thin. Fourth skill worth your attention right now is automation and systems design. And this goes beyond knowing how to use Zapier. The freelancers winning in this space are the ones who look at the business and see where it is leaking time and money through repetitive manual processes. They then architect solutions that let those processes run without constant human supervision. The World Economic Forum and major research institutions have all flagged this as a critical gap. Businesses are trying to automate, but most of them have workflows that do not connect. Freelancers who can bridge those gaps and build something that actually flows end to end is solving a $1 million problem for businesses of every size. Before we keep going, real quick, if you're finding value in this breakdown, this channel is specifically built for freelancers navigating exactly this kind of landscape. Hit subscribe right now so you never miss the content we put for the Gigconomy Garage community. Alright, back to it. Fifth skill, and this one surprises people, is strategic copywriting. Not content writing, not blog posts about everything under the sun. Strategic copy that guides a specific buyer through a specific journey. The freelancers charging the highest rates here are not generalists. They have carved out a niche. They understand buyer psychology at a deep level. They know how to write for conversions, and they back everything up with testing and data. They're not just writing pretty words. They're building revenue-generating assets. 6. Human-centered AI integration. This is new territory and it is wide open. Businesses are adopting AI tools faster than they know what to do with them. What they need is someone who understands both the technical side of how these tools work and the human side of how their team will actually use them. Someone who can evaluate AI outputs, catch bias, integrate tools into existing workflows without breaking everything, and communicate clearly about what the technology can and cannot do. Research from major institutions including Stanford and MIT has consistently shown that understanding AI at a systems level, not just the surface prompt level, is one of the most valuable competencies going into this next era. 7th skill, digital business operation management. This is the role that turns a chaotic, overwhelmed business owner into someone who can actually grow. When a CEO is doing 17 different jobs and they are the bottleneck in their own business, they will pay generously for someone who can take real ownership of operations. Not just complete tasks when asked, but proactively find where the business is stuck, build a system that scales, manage the team, track what is working, and keep everything moving. This is fundamentally different from being a virtual assistant. It is executive level impact from a freelance position. 8th, product thinking and user experience strategy. As more AI-powered products flood the market, the thing that separates the ones that stick from the ones that flop is whether they actually solve a real problem for a real person. Freelancers who can look at a product, analyze the user experience, map the customer journey, and clearly identify where people drop off or disengage are solving a critical business problem. The technical build means nothing if the product does not resonate with the human on the other end of it. 9th, cybersecurity fundamentals combined with privacy strategy. This one is not going away. Global data breach costs are climbing. Regulation is tightening, and business across every sector are realizing they are exposed. You do not need to be a full security engineer, but freelancers who understand how to design workflows, APIs, and systems with security built in from the start, rather than patch in after the fact, are commanding premium position. Trust is the actual currency of the digital economy, and someone who can protect it is absolutely valuable. 10th, and I want to end here because it is the most underestimated skill on this entire list, is communication. The ability to take complex systems, technical processes, data, strategy, and explain it in a way that a decision maker actually understands and can act on it. This is not a soft skill in the condescending sense. It is a force multiplier for every other skill on the list. The most technically capable freelancer who cannot communicate their value clearly will always earn less than someone with slightly less expertise who can tell the story of their impact. Here's the thread connecting all 10 of these. Every single one is about solving a problem that truly costs businesses time, money, or peace of mind. Every single one requires ongoing curiosity and study because the landscape shifts constantly, and every single one is something you can position yourself into right now with intentional skill building and the right kind of clients. The 2026 winners aren't waiting for permission. They're picking one of these, going deep, and finding the clients who are currently losing sleep over it. Make sure to check the description below because there are resources linked that go deeper on several of these skills areas. And before you go, drop a comment answering these questions. What skills are you worried are no longer needed in 2026? Which skill on this list do you think is the hardest for AI to replace? See you in the next one. GG's.